yourself. Don't just let the enemy beat you, because if you have bad news and you don't go to the scriptures, there's only one voice that is left for you to hear, and that's the devil. He capitalizes on those situations. You need to remember. This is why when the enemy came to Jesus in the wilderness, Jesus replies to the enemy, he says, "It is written." Because he was in a place of suffering. He was in a place of malnourishment. He needed, oh, Jesus, thank you very much. Bible says, the Lord is my shepherd, and then he goes on further to say, he restores my soul. He restores. When you hear the word restore, it starts with a re, which means doing again. Which means that there was a way that my soul was before I went through this, that I need God to restore. Now, if you read about what the soul holds your emotions, your feelings, and everything that you're feeling. So when the Bible says that he restores my soul, it's saying that when I'm in a moment of trial, I need to know how to turn to God. Because when the Bible says that we are seated with him in heavenly places, so your spirit is sitting with God. So when God speaks to you, he's going to speak to your spirit. But what people do, His grace, is that instead of turning to the spirit, they turn to the flesh. And when they turn to the flesh gives them a counterfeit or a short pleasure to make them feel free of what they're feeling. But it doesn't restore. But when you turn to God, he restores the soul so that you can subdue what the flesh is feeling in the season.
Amen. Come on now.
You need to enter into the word, but the problem is because some of us are not reading our words. When the enemy comes at night, we have nothing to remind ourselves of. It's like walking into a fight with no weapons. It's like entering into a boxing ring with no weapons. Because you haven't trained yourself in the word. Because you haven't spent enough time in the word. So you turn to ulterior things to try and give you pleasure. Because they make you feel as if like the storm is easier.